Hi, Julie Christine here, and I wanted to share with you a little bit about Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian forgiveness practice. So I'll begin by saying aloha. Ho'oponopono comes from the ancient Hawaiian wisdom tradition of Huna. The ancient Hawaiians understood that we have a spiritual or energy body, a mind body, and a physical body. They recognized the necessity of daily practices to nurture every aspect of their being. They ate healthy food, they exercised, they engaged in learning and creativity, and in gratitude and forgiveness. We've all heard or used the expression aloha, but aloha only came to be used as a welcome or departing expression when missionaries came to the island. The deeper meaning of aloha gives us insight into the Huna wisdom. The A of aloha stands for Eo, which means the light. You are standing in the light and must expand the light with your life. It also stands for Ala, A-L-A, which means to be aware. L is lokahi, oneness with others and with everything. Lokahi is being connected with everyone as they truly are. O is for O-E-I-E-O, which means truthful. This truthfulness is transparent, it's authentic, it is integrity. The H of aloha is ha'a, to be humble. This humility means stepping into personal responsibility for the world we created without blaming others. The final A in aloha is ahonui, which means patient perseverance. It is also aloha, absolute, true love. So aloha includes awareness, love, compassion, integrity, mercy, responsibility, kindness, and oneness. All divine aspects we want to embody. So what holds us back from living from these noble attributes? The ancient Hawaiians lived lives of radiant well-being inside a culture that facilitated holistic healing. One of the cornerstones of this culture was the concept of being pono, which means to be and feel right with oneself, also with others and with the world. It is an active process and practice of being in harmony. Ho'o means to make. So ho'oponopono is to make right. The ho'oponopono practice of forgiveness is traditionally used in three ways. In the case of someone or a group who has committed a transgression against you. In the case of someone you love, with whom you want to deepen the relationship. And with someone who has passed away. A fourth application that I have found personally life-changing is to use this forgiveness practice with your younger self. The regular practice of Ho'oponopono gives us two gifts. The gift of personal vitality and release from negative energy, and the gift of spiritual, emotional, and even physical healing. As small children, we were taught to say, "I'm sorry," when we hurt someone or misbehaved. We usually complied only to get out of a sticky situation, not because we were sincerely offering or receiving forgiveness. As we matured, our ego wanted to avoid responsibility for being at fault, for being to blame, or to let someone who has hurt us off the hook. But what does this unforgiveness cost us? Research shows blame, shame, and guilt produce stress that harms our bodies, interferes with sleep and digestion, weakens our immune system and our hearts, and causes premature aging. I guess if we'd had a glimpse of these consequences when we were young, we would have practiced forgiveness with much more sincerity. Unforgiveness also causes cultural harm. We're certainly seeing the effects of blame, shame, and guilt in today's political and social headlines. Unforgiveness is baggage, and baggage keeps us stuck in the past. So why are people reluctant to forgive? Unfortunately, people confuse forgiveness with collusion. Forgiveness isn't about agreeing with a negative action. It is about releasing the anger, sadness, and fears that remain after the hurtful experience. And who suffers when we hold on to these negative emotions? Well, we certainly aren't hurting the one who hurt us. As we learn to forgive in specific situations, we become a more forgiving person in general. If we take time at the end of each day to practice forgiveness, we become more forgiving, more likely to see divine life unfolding in each person in our life, rather than focusing and clutching at the signs of error thinking and mistaken behavior. Forgiveness gives us access to peace in everything we do, from driving on the freeway to learning a challenging piece of piano music to negotiating a tricky real estate deal. Forgiveness means we lose the baggage and learn the deeper lesson. We relate with respect, even if we've chosen to close the door on a relationship or situation. Many know Ho'oponopono as the 4-part prayer. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I could talk in depth about that short prayer, and that form has been very effective for many people and in many situations. The practice I'm going to share with you today is a little different. It is the Ho'oponopono work of Dr. Matt James. This is a 12-part practice. The Aka connection, mentioned in part 11, is the energy cord which connects us with each other. In forgiveness, it is almost always appropriate to cut that connection with anyone older than a very young child in order to truly release the negative emotions and the energy. So let's begin the Ho'oponopono practice. Step 1, decide with whom you're going to do the practice. You probably want to begin with someone easy to forgive. But if you're moved to forgive someone who caused a deep hurt, that's fine. Take a moment to choose. Now, 2, create the appropriate space. You might want to lower the lights or cleanse the air or just find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed. Step 3, begin with deep breathing to set the energy and intention. As you breathe, you might want to count from 10 to 0 and relax into a deep space of forgiveness. I'll count for you. 10, 9, 8. You are more and more relaxed. You are calm and aware of your innate goodness. 7, 6, 5. You know that you are safe and that all is well. 4, 3, 2. You trust yourself and know that reality is benign. 1, 0. You recognize the power of your healing and forgiving thoughts. Now, step 4, create a stage in your mind that is below you and in front of you. Step 5, heal yourself with love and healing energy from your higher source. Move from head to heart awareness. For example, you could use a prayer like this. I am now open to the presence of pure being. I am immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I acknowledge the presence and power of truth, of sweet spirit. I deny my mortal limitations and embrace divine wisdom. I am the pure substance of sacred love unfolding through perfect law. Step 6, invite the person onto the stage. Step 7, heal them from your heart to allow forgiveness to be possible. Step 8, give and receive forgiveness. Say, I forgive you. Please forgive me. Step 9, have any discussion you need with this person to facilitate forgiveness. Step 10, thank them for being on the stage and in your life. Step 11, cut the Aka connection if it is appropriate to do so, and it is almost always appropriate to do so. Step 12, allow time to experience the feeling of being Pono. As I count from 1 to 3, you will return from your Ho'oponopono experience to this room. 1, 2, 3. I am so happy and grateful to have had this opportunity to share Ho'oponopono with you. Look forward to seeing you in class.